Swiss, for their part, late arrivals to the chocolate party, but their contributions would define what we know as chocolate today.
Another small anecdote, a little piece of gossip that we know for certain, is that Mr. Caillé came to Turin to learn the art of chocolate making.
After 4 years in northern Italy, François-Louis Caillé returned to Switzerland to open the first Swiss chocolate factory in 1819. Inventor Daniel Peter, smitten by Caillé's daughter Fanny, focused his innovative mind on chocolate. With the help of Henri Nestlé, he introduced a new ingredient, condensed milk, which Nestlé had recently perfected for use in baby food. When Peter combined condensed milk with cocoa powder in 1875, the first milk chocolate was born. Fellow Swiss chocolatier Rudolf Lindt devised a conching process that created a smooth, sensuous texture that allowed chocolate candies to be easily molded. With chocolate in its new form, the industry boomed. In England, J. Fry and Sons pioneered the way to making chocolate bars from molds, and their competitors, the Cadburys, were masters of marketing, inventing the first Valentine's Day candy box, a discreet Victorian reference to chocolate's grandier reputation. To the progressive thinking Cadbury family, chocolate was an alternative to the evils of alcohol, and the business of making chocolate a vehicle for social reform. In an era of desperate work conditions, Cadbury's founded Bournville in 1879, a utopian factory village where employees could live, play, and make chocolate in a tranquil and healthy environment. In North America, chocolate was thriving as well, despite its late beginnings. Ironically, cacao had taken 150 years since first crossing the oceans to Europe to make its way to the American colonies. Because of English restrictions on trade, cacao traveled the unlikely route from the Caribbean to England and back again to North American shores. In the 1700s, it was sold primarily in apothecaries and, as in Europe, considered a curative for such ailments as indigestion, vapors, and lovesickness. Only the well-connected and well-heeled could afford such an expensive elixir. After the American Revolution, with trade restrictions relaxed, cacao became less costly, and Americans developed an appetite for chocolate. Within a century, over 900 chocolate makers had emerged to satisfy this burgeoning new market. But it was Pennsylvania-born Milton Hershey, the Henry Ford of chocolate makers, who brought highly mechanized production methods and marketing genius to the North American chocolate industry. Inspired by Cadbury's successful social experiment, Hershey established its own unique factory town in 1903. Like Cadbury, Hershey funded schools, churches, sports facilities, and social programs, all for the benefit of the chocolate-making community now known as Hershey, Pennsylvania. The company promoted chocolate as healthy and nutritious. By the end of World War II, Hershey was a common household name, and chocolate was found in every American cupboard.
Bosco drinks his Bosco. Bosco drinks his Bosco. Bosco loves his Bosco.
You love Bosco too? It's real chocolatey. Putting the Bosco inside.
As more chocolate products sold around the world, chocolate became highly processed. The subtlety of flavor was lost to the economics of mass production, but not everywhere.
Noi come azienda Perano abbiamo la patente fornita.
As the Perano Company, we have the patent as the providers of the Royal House of Savoy.
Ma ancora fedeli.
We are today the fourth generation, but still faithful to the recipes that our founder left us.
Non ci siamo
We haven't moved away from the processes that were used in the 1800s.
fare già nell'800.
In our recipe, chocolate is never made with just one type of cacao, but with a mixture. Those are the secrets of any real chocolate producer.
Di ogni prodotto
It's a family thing. It's part of our family.
è della famiglia, fa parte nostra della famiglia.
The secrets vary from shop to shop. Although modern chocolatiers in Bayonne, France gave up their pâté long ago, they have retained traditional chocolate recipes and tools like the Basque stirring stick.
C'est un bateau qui a une histoire. whole history. It's a stick that has been cut from the wood of the medlar tree, which is the tree that the Basque walking stick is made from, the stick of the Basque shepherd. This particular stick was cut by my wife's grandfather in 1930, and so it's one of the oldest tokens of the family's roots in the chocolate business. Our family, if you will, illustrates the tradition of a family from Bayonne that have owned artisan-like chocolate factories for centuries. In 1875, there were 31 chocolate makers in this small town. It was the third largest economic activity in the city, employing over 200 people. They would export chocolate to the Russian court, to the Empress, to Napoleon III, to the Spanish court. It was exported and consumed all over the world. A lot changed because now chocolate is made all over the place, but there are still a few family dynasties of chocolate makers that remain here in Bayonne, and we are one of the last.
Chocolate mixed with hot spillet peppers grown nearby is a fad in Bayonne, reflecting a global trend. A new breed of chocolate makers are redefining the art of chocolate, introducing exotic spices that echo the ancient culinary history of Mesoamerica.
C'est du piment d'Espelette. C'est un piment qui est très goûteux, parfumé, qui est à la fois qui est ferme, qui est fort, qui est assez intense en goût, mais qui est relativement doux, pas très piquant, un petit peu, mais il a son goût, quelque chose qui va très très bien avec le chocolat, qui parfume. Alors, rien que ça, cette couleur comme ça, c'est pour la recette. On n'a pas besoin même de croquer. Après, on se régale avec les yeux. Comme ça, c'est...
La persona che sceglie la forma
People who choose the kind of chocolates they want press the glass with their fingers and go, "Give me two of those."
persone magari professioniste.
There are also these very serious professionals who, when faced with having to choose their chocolates, take on this sweet, more charming, childlike expression.
Cattivan,
Because that little chocolate is the joy of their eye and their palate.
cioccolatino perché la gioia dei suoi occhi del suo latte. C'è addirittura la scenetta del goloso che mentre
There's even a scene of the glutton who, while the salesperson turns away to get something, quickly reaches behind the glass and snatches a piece of chocolate.
li vede le cose.
And I find this really beautiful because in the end, it means that we, the chocolate makers, are still capable of bringing joy. The joy of all the senses. The joy of a more benevolent transgression.
Una trasgressione che benevola.
The delights of chocolate are irresistible, and the spa at the Hotel Hershey in Pennsylvania has taken our indulgences to new heights. The body is enveloped by the smell, feel, and taste of the magic ingredient as its attendants coat visitors with a warm chocolate fondue wrap, the ultimate chocolate ecstasy. For a double dose, patrons spend an hour lounging in Hershey's legendary whipped cocoa bath, where even the most stressed workaholic transforms into a giddy, slightly naughty child. Our passion for chocolate goes beyond just sensory pleasure. Perhaps chocolate transports us to another realm, closer to divine, much as it did 3,000 years ago, as sacred offering to the gods. Who would have thought that a small round seed from the Central American tropics could be encoded with such complexity? Chocolate cast its spell long ago, keeping us all under its power. But who's complaining?